Welcome, everyone. We are doing the Q&A section of our Morgellons call on February 5th, 2023. Our topic today has been about how to make the diet work, and here we are.
Okay, this is Richard Kuhns, author of How to Get Your Life Back from Morgellons, Chronic Lyme, and Other Skin Parasites. And okay, do we have any questions?
Do you have, Richard, any kind of vitamin C that's okay? And what about, do you know of my doctor wants me on magnesium, and it works well for me, but to just answer, before you answer those, I had the doctor that, she's homeopathic, that diagnosed me with tapeworms and Morgellons, though she doesn't know anything about it much because she's only had one person ever have it. So that's when I ended up finding you through my daughter. But she put me on something called Mood Boost, and she said, oh, it's just Chinese herbs, and it's fine. It doesn't have anything in it you can't have. Well, I just started on it right away and on the magnesium, and all of a sudden when we were talking about this last week, that lady was talking about ingredients and ice cream and all this. I read it, and the magnesium, would you believe, has tapioca in it?
Oh, wow.
And not only that, it has talc, T-A-L-C, and they didn't know if it was infected or not. The crazy company doesn't even know. And I said, well, you better be finding out because Johnson & Johnson has a big lawsuit on that. It has talc, okay? Then the Mood Boost has tangerine rind, and it has licorice root. So I texted Robin, and I was breaking out all in my lips. And, because, I got infected with a tapeworm and Morgellons through the cat scratch that was infected, outdoor cat accidentally. So they start infesting in my lips, my ears, whelps, and I'm just getting glued back together from that.
Yeah. Well,
so I do take your products. I do take the multi-mineral, the Garcillin, Max 1. What can you suggest? And also tell everybody, just because at first I was doing sugar-free ketchup and thinking that was fine. A little mustard in the egg salad or chicken salad should be okay. Draining the pickles and washing them, even though they're soaked in vinegar. There's lots of boo-boos, and it will keep you continuing to not move to stage 2.
That's true.
So you're absolutely right.
Yes.
And when I get right on the program, before I added these crazy substitutes that weren't yours, I'm almost at the end. I had a couple of surgeries, and I had an infected vein around my ankle where I got bites and scratched an open wound around my ankle. And it took me 4 months to get that back together, and I'm being dismissed, and then this flare-up came. So I'm like, okay, help. So I'm right back to...
I always say, do not mix my protocol with other protocols, and you can do it and not even know you're doing it. But first of all, unless there's a specific need for extra vitamin C, you don't need it, because Max 1. Max 1
One's okay, and the multivitamin that you have.
Yes, Max 1 contains 300 milligrams of vitamin C.
I did not realize that. Okay.
Garcillin also contains 300 milligrams of vitamin C.
The Garcillin?
Right. Now, just a little history. Linus Pauling, a Nobel Prize winner, used to recommend massive doses of vitamin C to get over colds and infections and flus and things like that.
Right.
As smart as he was, he didn't know about glutathione. He would have been better off recommending boosting your glutathione, because glutathione recycles vitamin C.
Okay.
So if you're deficient in glutathione, then you need lots of vitamin C, because it just gets wasted. But when you boost your levels of glutathione, it recycles vitamin C. But nonetheless, if you do need extra vitamin C, We do have it in the store. It's by Puritan Pride. They do have one formulation that is compatible with the diet. And also you can go into any health food store and buy Solar Ray powdered vitamin C. Nothing in tablets or nothing in capsules, but powdered vitamin C. Now with
probably get it from the store.
With magnesium, unless there's a specific need for extra magnesium, you use our ionic minerals. The ionic minerals have all of the elements and minerals that you need in the right amounts, the correct percentages. So you get the magnesium from the our Nature's Gift.
From the ionic minerals?
Right.
Okay, that's good news. Okay. So I can just order them from you guys.
Yeah, so most people don't realize this, but we have most of our bases covered. Like last week, someone was asking about certain herbs, and they're already in our products, and even some enzymes. Papan was one of them, and they're already in our products. So.
Okay, yeah. I started on the Lufeneron, and I am better. I called the store that works with y'all, and they also recommended, since I had been infected with the tapeworm, to add is it the Fenbin?
Yeah, fenbenzidole, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of the cat being infected with tapeworm, and even at the homeopathic place, I didn't even tell her about anything that was wrong with me because I didn't know. I didn't know you then. I didn't know what was happening to my body. And she told me that this shows up that tapeworm, you've been infected with a tapeworm. I do know that. She said it sounds like to me like Morgellons. So she knew of the disease, but they know nothing about treating it at all. I spent hundreds and hundreds of my life savings there, and it was all stuff that we really shouldn't be taking till I met you. So thank you.
They send you in circles. They send you in circles, right? People say, "Gee, I want to find a doctor who can treat Morgellons." Well, you're lucky to find a doctor who even acknowledges that the Morgellons exist.
You can. They don't know, and they think you're crazy.
Yeah, well, much less.
I've never had any issues in my lifetime, and my own doctor started acting like I was hallucinating, and I was like,
right.
There's nothing wrong with me mentally, physically, ever, except normal grief from my husband's death or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so anyway, they don't understand, and I'm so thankful that my daughter started looking and helping me find you. I'm thankful to God.
Great.
Yep.
Keep coming back. Glad you're making progress. Thank you. Have a great day.
Is the clove gum still okay? Because she orders that for me online, and I thought y'all had said we could have the clove gum, and that's the only one.
Clove gum? Only clove gum?
It's clove. You can order it online.
I'm not familiar with clove gum.
I've used it, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's wonderful.
Okay, so I'm not familiar with it. The only one I know.
What about so when I go to stage 2, I can add the walnuts. I did not know I could add the other nuts, and that's so exciting to know that we can move right into it. But guys, it's a matter of you've got to get it right. You got to read and reread and reread and get it in your brain. Adding like the fruit flavors, like in the what do you call it? The mood thing elevator that she said, oh, it's just Chinese herbs. Well, it had 2 or 3 things that said some kind of fruit extract way down there, and then tangerine rind. Well, we can't have that. That's
No, that's true. Yeah, you've got to read the ingredients.
Yeah, tapioca, and give me a break. Putting talcum powder in magnesium.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Keep coming back. We're here to support you. Okay, who's next, Chris?
Thank you, Richard.
Anna.
All right.
Hi, Anna.
Hi. Thank you, as always, for supporting us. I have a testimony. I really love the products. The Nature's Gift of Rotting Soap, in particular, has been wonderfully helpful to me, along with everything else. But my question is a little off the subject. I'm needing to purchase some sheets, and there's controversy about, making sure, again, not to be discriminatory at all, but to make sure it's made in the U.S., and because there has been conversation that sometimes materials from China, have the mites embedded in the fabric. I'm just wondering if you have a take on that. Is it better, also about bamboo, fabric, or do you have any information on that? I appreciate it.
Robin, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do. Well, first of all, it doesn't matter what you buy. As soon as you get it, you want to wash it with a washing protocol and super hot water and dry it under high heat with peppermint oil and ammonia, because everything could be affected. It's not just things from China. And it doesn't matter if it's made in the U.S. or not. Personally, I think I don't think there's a whole lot of difference, but cotton sheets hold up a little bit better than bamboo. And I like the feel of cotton better, but that's a personal preference. But the main thing is, whatever you get, you wash it before you use it, and then you wash it. I mean, as you get better, even if you don't have to do it every day, initially you'll do it every 3 days, and then you'll move to every 5 days, and then once a week. But you need to be consistent about it.
Okay, so the bottom line is to make sure you wash it well and dry it high heat. And you said to use coconut. I missed what you said. I'm sorry, Robin. Coconut oil?
No, I did not. I said in the dryer peppermint oil and ammonia.
Oh, peppermint. Okay, I don't know where I got. Okay, the peppermint oil. Okay, I've been putting peppermint oil on dryer sheets, and that seems to help. Yeah. Okay. So basically, bamboo doesn't hold up as well as cotton. And what about just basic polyester? Is that not at all?
It's okay. I mean, sometimes shiny, smooth materials are better, but they're also, depending on if you're dealing with like cloth mites, they'll eat through it quicker. But you just gotta try. I mean, I don't know exactly all the parasites that are affecting you, and I would go for comfort, whatever sheet you like best, as long as you wash it regularly and you do the cleaning protocols, the washing protocols, you should be fine. But whatever you get, do not use it till you throw it in and do a washing protocol on it. Okay,
yeah, because there's a lot of marketing about different companies that promoting their sheets.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The main thing is the washing protocol. Okay, well, I appreciate it. Thank you as always for your support. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Who's next?
I just want to say a big thank you to Richard for that book. I am on the diet, and I really didn't know it was helping me until I listened just now. The itching, I don't have the crawling at night anymore. I mean, very minimal. And I'm taking the I have a terrible brain fog. There's a supplement from Morgellons.com, which I've been taking that, and I noticed since I started taking it about 6 days now, I think it is helping me. And
which supplement are you taking?
It's a little, what's it called? I don't remember the name of it because I have terrible.
Did you get it from us?
Yes, from Morgellons.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, great. Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking one a day, and this is my 6th day, and I must say that I've seen improvement since. Actually,
that's amazing.
I've not been with my family for over 2 years because I've not left that state to come to another state, and I've not been able to go back since I came. I pick up this demon, I call it. So I'm thinking that if I continue on the diet should be able to go home for Thanksgiving. I'm hoping and I'm praying. So again, Richard, I want to say a big thank you for that book. And
You're most welcome.
The only regret that I have is that I'm sorry I did not found this this meeting, this book, whatever, 2 years ago when it started. Because I know that diet really works. Because I've had a situation at one time, many years ago, when I went to 6 doctors and nobody could help me. And I went on a diet, and it did work. So I know dieting really works. And some people would say, oh, it doesn't. But I can tell you, I'm a testimony to that. Diet does work.
Wonderful.
So again, Richard, a big thank you.
Your first name again?
My name is Patricia.
Patricia, and what area of the country are you from?
I'm in Georgia presently.
Oh, wonderful. The Peach State.
But my home is in Colorado, and I cannot go home.
I see. Okay. Patricia, as you improve, would you at some point consider being one of our coaches, joining our coaching team, helping others?
Yes, I would. I would. Mm-hmm.
I would love that. If you would, just send me an email so I can keep your email and contact you later and welcome you to our coaching staff.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who's next?
Can you ask these questions for me today? The question about how to add calcium Deyclex and what will it help?
Well, Calcium Deyclex, the instructions are on the bottle or in the store. It tells you how to take it. The purpose of it is to help inhibit production of fungal organisms. Characteristic of all fungal organisms is that they have what is called a hyphae, which is another way of saying a root structure. Regular plants have roots, and the roots are what is used to extract nutrients from the soil. Well, the hyphae is the root structure of the fungal organism that extracts nutrients from whatever the fungal organism embeds, whether it be your skin or inside you or on a wall. Fungus can grow anywhere. It can grow on wood, depending, on the type of fungus. So the Calcium Deyclex inhibits the fungal organism's ability to produce more hyphae, more root structure. Okay, she have more questions?
Yes, she does. She has a bunch of them. She says, how to get rid of white fuzz from my face around my eyes by massaging without irritating the area. How do I calm and pamper the face?
Well, the idea is, number one, make sure you're on the diet and you're not making any mistakes, which is what this program has been about. Number two would be to use the nature's gift, use the skin lotion. We have eye cream, and that if it's around the eyes. So just keep applying the lotions or creams that we have, and it will extract them. But the more important thing is to be and make sure you're on the diet, because until you are totally 100% on the diet, these things can continue to multiply. Next question.
She says, how long do you take the organic sulfur, and is MSM gel a good way to add sulfur?
MSM gel is, MSM is organic sulfur, and we have it in a gel which you can apply on your skin, and we also have it as a supplement which you can take internally. Now, every cell in your body contains organic sulfur, and it is depleted, as they say, by Morgellons. So how long you take it? Well, you take it forever if it makes sense, but most people, are not going to do that. Once they get over the Morgellons and get their life back to normal, they're probably going to drop it, but it would be something that you could take forever. It's not going to hurt you. On your skin, you can apply it every minute. I mean, your skin absorbs it. So when you have any discomfort, and this could also be very important for her face as well, is to apply the Super MSM gel frequently. You can apply it every minute, and it absorbs in and feeds the skin cells. Next question.
Okay, she says, is Hershey's cocoa made with alkali good? And drinking a lot of lactose-free acceptable milk should still be tolerated?
Well, lactose-free milk is up to each person to figure out if it's acceptable or not. You've got to keep an eating diary. Chapter 4 tells you. So you need to read Chapter 4. You know, I could give you the answer right here and right now, but that's not going to help you. You really need to be an expert on Chapter 4. Read it over and over and over. It tells you how to test foods, and it tells you about the delayed factor and all that information. It's really important to know. What was the other part about her question?
Well, there's actually a second question that applies more to this section first. She says, I drink an eggnog recipe every night that has helped me gain back weight.
Again, the eggnog recipe, I don't know what the recipe is. I know Robin shared with us an eggnog recipe some time ago. I don't remember if it was stage 1 or stage 2. So,
well, if you could drink milk, I mean, all that was in it really was eggs and nutmeg and milk.
Yeah, so if you could drink milk, the lactose-free milk, you have to, that's the key.
Okay, and the last question is, Hershey's cocoa made with alkali good?
You have to read the ingredients because, yeah, Hershey's cocoa made with alkali might be perfect, but is there anything else there? I mean, like Carol Ann was saying, the other, you know, magnesium with talc powder, you know, you got to read all the ingredients. And we do have alkalized cocoa, Dutch cocoa in the store. And I implore you, I provide all this information for you for free. I provide this for free. If you have a choice between going to Hershey's cocoa or looking something up and buying it there versus buying it from us, please get it from me. Hershey's not going to come on here and answer any questions or help you or support you. All right, neither is Amazon. Any other questions?
That's all from her.
Okay. Chris, you have anybody else? Yeah, let's take that slowly and go through it because this question is also filled with anxiety and stress and really captures where people are in the very beginning and how stressful these diseases are. So let's go through it and appreciate where Celeste is.
Okay, she says, what exactly is this Morgellons, and why isn't there a cure? Doesn't it grow bigger and bigger and take over your body?
Okay, let's stop there. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Chapter 2, again, Celeste joined the program in December of last year, so she's only been in about a month. And reading the book is important, but oftentimes I can get that we can be mentally stressed or we have limited, we're dealing with brain fog and comprehension issues and all things like that. So I could get it that we might not necessarily sit down and read the book right away, but it is a self-help program and reading the book is important and important to get around to that. But what is Morgellons? Well, they're still trying to figure that out. And why isn't there a cure? You got to talk to CDC about that, and that's all in the book as well.
She goes on to say, it grows bigger and bigger and takes over your body.
Yes, it does. It doesn't stop, does it?
No. She says, is this diet that is going to help me? My God, I don't see how you can eat anything. There's so many things you have to do without it, but it's definitely worth it.
It sure is. Yeah, the diet is certainly worth it because it gets rid of all those, well, I don't know. It puts the organisms to sleep. It puts them into a trance. But when you make that diet work, which is what this program is about today, life changes. And we've heard other people share that.
Yep. And she says, there's so many things you have to do without, but it's definitely worth it to not feel this creepy shit that's all over me. But I'm fed up so bad. My fingernails, what's the best thing for your fingertips? When these SOBs are in my fingertips, it hurts bad. It cracks open.
The fingers, the toes, the fingers, that's where we use finger baths or foot baths and put some nature's gift in it, and most likely apple cider vinegar. That's where oftentimes we have fungal issues, apple cider vinegar, and do that frequently.
She says, I have so many questions, I don't know where to start. That's why I just have uneasy feelings about getting on the conference call, because I have so many questions, I don't know where to start, and I don't know how to handle the anxiety part of it when I talk about it. I'm just so confused in the head, I can't even speak straight. I don't know what I need. I feel like my life is over. I am extremely emotional and don't know what to do. It has taken over my whole entire mental state. I need help dealing with this now. I don't know how I can still go on with all this. Just give me some insight on this. And please tell me what's the best thing for my fingertips. They hurt and they're fat. And I literally see them all in my fingertips. This is beyond my belief why this is happening to me.
And yeah, I implore her, and I hope she's on the program today and keeps coming back, because it is overwhelming. It's a lot of information. It's like learning another job that you're not getting paid for, but the rewards are there, and that you start feeling better and get your life back. So this is, unfortunately, where many of us start from, and not knowing where to go, what is going to be in our future, or if there's any hope whatsoever. It's unfortunate. Okay, so what's the next question? Yes.
She goes on to say, and one more question, can you get them removed? I have one in my face that seems like it wants to come out all the time, but there's no way I can get help. You'd have to rip it out, so can a doctor remove them? It's in my teeth. I can see them, and can they be removed? They're like wires. They have such a strong hold on my skin. You can't get them off when they stick out. Can they be removed?
So, can you answer that for her?
Me?
The way, yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, Mary.
I didn't know who was talking about it.
I didn't either.
I would say the debriding soap would be the best way to get them out, not to force them out by trying to physically remove them, but to let the debriding soap suck them out.
And we go back one step further and make the diet work. Otherwise, that's all you're ever going to do the rest of your life is be pulling them out.
Yes.
So it's critical. Make the diet work. That's the first step. Anybody who is new to the program, go to Chapter 4, read Chapter 4, get it in your head, know how the diet works, and know how to test different foods, because while there are many foods listed, well, the world is full of a lot of foods that I've never heard of before. So you really need to make the diet work. And then we can branch out. And we can disinfect the environment, and we can clean our skin, and we can build health and immune functioning. But number one, make the diet work. Okay, next question. And doctors removing them? If you want to be classified as delusional, go to a doctor and ask him to remove something like that.
Yeah. The next question is from Karen, and it's kind of a repeat of a question from Anna, but it's slightly different. So probably Robin can answer this, because I know she has a really good protocol about comforters. It says, what would be the best bed sheets for Morgellons? They seem to be making holes in my comforter, cotton versus whatever else. Thank you, Karen.
So I would never just use a comforter on a bed. First of all, you want to encase your mattress with a zippered vinyl mattress cover, and then put Nubon strips inside on the bottom. Same thing with your pillows. You want to encase them with vinyl, zippered vinyl pillow covers. And what I found worked best for comforters was I would put the comforter inside a vinyl zippered mattress cover, the same size or a little smaller than the actual bed size, and I'd put Nubon strips or menthol crystals in there, and then I would cover that with a duvet cover, which is much easier to wash, even if you have to wash it daily. And it protects the comforter, it kills anything in there, and you have something you can wash on a regular basis.
The comment I have is the issue of holes that she's finding. And that's not Morgellons, that's not Columbella, that's some kind of mite, and it could be the cloth mite that you've had some experience with.
Right, but what I'm describing will work for all of that.
Right, true, but, and I would suspect if that's the case, I'd wonder if she also has the same problem in the closet with her regular clothing that is getting holes in them. Because then that would pretty well say you got cloth mite problem.
Right.
And yeah, they're handled in the book as well, and Robin has personal experience with them, and you could ask her more about that. Okay, next question.
The next question you said I can answer, which is kind of ironic. It says, how do I find the questionnaire to fill it out? The questionnaire, you can reply to any of Richard's emails, and he can send you the questionnaire. The emails go directly to him. And also, if you go on his website, you can find a link to the questionnaire and send it in.
And the next question? Thank you.
You recommend Vicks Vapor Rub on the skin.
It's okay. It's good. It's I think I like the eucalyptus. It's no problem on the skin. It's good.
And the next one is, do you recommend cat's claw and black seed oil? Thank you for your wise counsel, Marge.
Well, cat's claw is often used with a protocol for Lyme disease, and there's no problem with it. My experience with it didn't help me, and we may be coming out with a supplement that does have cat's claw in it in a few months, but there's no problem. As far as the oil, I have no idea. Read chapter 4 and test it. But oftentimes we read other things, and like one lady read, oh, pumpkin seed is great for parasites, so she started taking pumpkin seeds. Well, not our parasites. So don't go running off. The protocol, just complete the questionnaire, send it in. The protocol will handle 95%, 98% of any cofactors that could be a problem. So avoid running off on Facebook with the next thing, as Robin says, that comes down the pike. Okay, another question?
Yeah, this one's from, I don't know how to say her name, Gisela. She says, I believe my niece infected my apartment and my daughter with mites, fleas, and Morgellons about a year ago. The battle has been never ending. My teenage daughter's arms, back, chest are horribly scarred. She claims it's acne, and in parentheses she says denial. But I believe these insects are living under her skin. It's affecting me now as well. I can't visit family, have a social life, and feel as a parent I am failing my child because the dermatologist only sends her acne medication and no other aid. I feel helpless.
This is a tough political family situation. It's important that Giselle, she does the diet for herself, she disinfects for herself, she does the bathing for herself, And I don't know to what degree her daughter might be a carrier. If she finds that her daughter's a carrier and she contracts it back from her, then she'll have to take other steps. It could be as simply as having her daughter take a bath in Nature's Gift and get them out of her skin, because not everybody is affected to the same degree. So you can have a carrier in your home, and if you have them, or if they are willing to at least take a bath in the Nature's Gift and get the stuff out of their skin, and then make sure you disinfect all their clothing, do their clothing, do their sheets and their bedding, and using the laundry protocol, that may handle it. It may handle it and be no problem. And of course, we have lotions in the store that she could get for her daughter to help her daughter with her skin, that is going to clean this stuff out as well, and make it less of an issue of her being a carrier. Next question.
Okay, the next question is a long one. She says, I tried the first phase of the King diet. I lost 7 pounds the first week. I cannot afford to lose more weight. Will laundering my clothing with ammonia added and sanitizing my apartment help, even though I can't do the diet?
Well, the diet is the key to the problem. You might be to dealing with skin parasites. You might get better, but and disinfecting and so forth is going to help. But unless you can absolutely do the diet, I have no idea. I mean, there are other things that you can do, like we have the Morgellons cocktail. Some people do that as an option. If it's a rose bush disease that you have to be affected with, then we have a supersaturated potassium iodide in the store. So there are other things you can experiment with. It's up for grabs.
Yeah. She also says, another question, is there a single product other than your debriding soap, which I already use regularly, that you would recommend under these circumstances?
Well, yeah, we have 2 products that definitely, we talked about them already, and the Super MSM gel would be one of them, and the Nature's Gift skin lotion would be the other one that would come to mind.
Okay, and she says, I am being treated for myelodysplastic syndrome, MDS, with chemo pills. Any new medication or supplement I take would have to be approved by the cancer center where I am being treated before I can take it. The cancer center has approved a supplement suggested by a homeopathic clinician. I had been taking supplements before I started cancer treatments and believed them to be helping with the Morgellons to a limited degree. I had discontinued them when I started the chemo pills, and the Morgellons is now worse than it's ever been before. I believe my parasites are Morgellons, mites, and one other cofactor, perhaps Collembola. Thank you for your advice, Claire.
Well, again, the homeopathic remedy that she's been taking may be feeding them. That's why I always say don't mix protocols. And of course, she can submit the specifications on all of our supplements as well, and get them approved.
And then she follows up with, even when I tried the King diet, it was probably not accurate because it is nearly impossible to follow it on our circumstances. We take 2 meals per day in the dining hall in the retirement home that is independent living where we live. The manager of dining services was very helpful, but even so, it was impossible to follow it to the letter. We pay for these meals whether we eat them or not, and we cannot afford to buy groceries for the diet and pay for those we don't eat in the dining hall at the same time. Do I understand that you are recommending the herbal parasite stop to me? I don't think...
The herbal parasite stop formula could be helpful for everybody, not just her, but everybody. and we do have it back in stock. And living in an environment like that where your meals are prepared, that's something that is a challenge. I have no answer. The fact that they work with her is helpful, but there still could be mistakes made, and it's beyond the scope of my expertise and how to deal with that.
Yeah, maybe the pheromones might help too.
The pheromones, yes, that's a good idea. The pheromones as well could help.
Yeah. She goes on to say, I don't think the supplement was because of the worsening of Morgellons. It happened before I started taking it. I filled out the questionnaire some time ago, but I will fill it out again if needed. Just let me know. Thank you so very much for your quick response, Claire.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary to complete the questionnaire again. The challenge here is making sure that the foods that she's consuming is on the diet. And just as you would go into a restaurant and you would question the chef, you would question who's, they're willing to work with her, which is good, and maybe she can get, get at least a limited diet. Maybe it won't be everything that they make, but get chicken that's grilled chicken, and get food made with real butter, and get the salads, and maybe get a lot of what she needs to be on the diet. Okay, next question.
The next one is from Jan, and she says, the ghee I see on Amazon also lists milk like Land O'Lakes. I eat a lot of Land O'Lakes butter. You're sure ghee is okay? Ingredients are clarified butter or milk. You ate Land O'Lakes.
Yeah, this whole thing with ghee and butter just came to my attention a couple of weeks ago, and I never knew butter to be a problem. Of course, I never read the actual ingredients on Land O'Lakes. It's just a brand that I've been using for years and years, and it could be just a problem for very few people, or it's something worth looking into. So if you've done everything that you possibly can to assure that you're on the diet, you're not using the Morton salt that has sugar in it, you're using the right stevia, you're not using diamond salt, you're not getting your coffee beans from Starbucks or someplace where they, and going through all this, you're not making some other mistakes listed there, then you might really look at the butter and find a source. There are other sources other than Amazon where you can get ghee. And the last, yes.
I think she's missing the part of the point of the butter is it's not that the butter has milk in it; it's that other ingredient. What did you call it? Flavorings or?
Yeah, it has some flavorings in it. It could. I have no idea whether it's the milk or the flavoring, or maybe neither one of them are a problem. I have no idea.
Butter is made out of milk.
Well, I think when they say ghee, they say ingredients made from heavy cream. And
right, that's true.
Yeah, so that's different than making it from milk. A lot less sugar.
Wow.
And the process of making butter is somewhat of a reaction that uses up the lactose. Apparently, okay. Is there another question?
Yep, this is the last one. It's from Tara, and she says, I'm trying to find some new recipe ideas, and I know we can't have soy sauce, but I found one with no MSG, and I'm not sure if it will work on the diet or not, since it has coconut blossom nectar, and I wanted your opinion before I decide to try it or skip it. The ingredients are attached. Please let me know what you think. Thank you, Tara.
Yeah, it was basically a coconut, basically. And the answer to that is I have no idea what stage of the diet she's in, stage 2 maybe. And again, coconut seems to be okay for people who are only dealing with Morgellons. It's when you're dealing also with springtails that it becomes more of a problem. So you need to test it, and if you're beyond the springtail issue and no longer dealing with them, then it may be fine. It's something you need to reach out for and test it. Okay, I guess you have anything to add before we wrap it up?
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Robin. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I just want to say, and I'm not sure this has been emphasized enough today, that everybody has different parasites and everybody's bodies are different, and some people are more sensitive to certain things than others. God knows there's a lot of stuff that I cannot eat that is on the diet. So keeping the food journal to find out how your body reacts to the food you're eating is essential.
That is paramount. And when you start this program, the more you look at it as a study, and not just say, oh, it's a diet and I can have this and I can have this, but the more you read Chapter 4, and that's why when people ask me these questions today, I didn't answer them. Read Chapter 4 is your answer. Read Chapter 4, read Chapter 4, read Chapter 4, such that you can write Chapter 4. Okay? Then you will get the diet right. So it's useless for me to answer questions like that, when the answer is in Chapter 4. It tells me you haven't read Chapter 4. Okay,